Thank you very much. Well, I'm very happy to be here. I'm honored to be teaching as part of this Zoom program. We are here in my new dojo. Like many people, we've had to downsize, we've had to move, but we have a lot of energy going on right now. The dojo is still thriving, and Aikido has kept a lot of us going physically, mentally, spiritually. So I'm very happy and pleased to be here. We'll get started with some warm ups, some brief stretches, and then we'll go into some basic Jo techniques. So if you have a space at home where you can practice some back falls, that'll be great. Breathe out, breathe in. And let's like many dojos, we've been having outdoor classes over the summer and fall, but it sure feels great to be back on tatami with bare feet. Try to keep your legs flat, lower back straight. Inhale, exhale. Nice deep breath in. Look straight ahead, exhale. And we'll stretch the neck. Feet together. Use your hands to guide the knees in the circular direction and then the other direction. Same with the hips, 360 degrees one way and then the other. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out for the back stretch. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll start with our rowing exercise. The back straight. Start with some Joe techniques. Just some basic strikes to begin with. Left foot forward, Joe's in front of the left toe, right hand on top. We'll draw past the ear. Ski, back, ski, block. Showman, don't hit the ceiling. Showman. And this side. Pinky's facing up, right foot forward. Joe goes in front of the right toe. We'll draw. And both sides. Again, on the left on me. So the rowing exercise is part of this body dynamic. So shifting forward, back, forward. So, keeping the back straight, shifting your body weight. Right? So it's the hamnis, the legs, that are going to generate the power and the control for the blocks, for the strikes. And we can do a similar movement with a partner. Put my mask on. Now, if you don't have a partner, you can just do this with yourself. One of my assistant instructors, Stuart Plymesser. Here he is. So with this one, similar movement. Are you on the screen, Stuart? Can we see you? Yep, okay, great. So the coordination practice, we're just gonna go ski here, ski here, Yoka Minucci, and back. So the idea being to focus on the center line, not necessarily a harsh movement, just trying to keep things together. I try to make it like a mirror, coordinating my center line and my movements with my partners. And you can obviously do this one by yourself. If you have a mirror, that'll help you line things up, right? Thank you, Stuart. So that the emphasis is on that, again, that center line, right? So we're here. Okay. We'll practice Yoka Minucci. This, I think, is a difficult strike for a lot of people. Again, I'm really trying to emphasize the center line. And if you don't have a lot of space, you can do this without stepping. Obviously, we can step forward and step back. But if you're at home and you haven't got a lot of room, this is a nice movement where you're shifting your feet, changing the hamni, striking off the line without having to move. Here, I'm going to relax the elbow and bring the wrist to the forehead. Fastest way where I can make a block is to relax this and create that angle. So I'm under this roof all the while. All right. Now, you want your foot moving off the line in both cases. So here, this one drops back. This foot drops back. As you extend, foot drops back so that the tip of the Joe and my foot are in relation to each other, so that the feet and the hip are giving you that power and control. Loosen up, relax your shoulders. This is a nice one across the lower back. Get a feel for your weapon. This is another good one. Here's one. Weapon warm-ups. You can practice this, trying to keep the weapon as much on the center as I can. Back to our original pattern. Drawing, ski, back, here, locking. Again, you want to feel like you're doing the rowing exercise. Right? Forward, back, forward, back. And then we have lots of different katas that we can practice, solitary or with a partner. But once you get some of the basic movements down and you incorporate the strikes, the blocks into your own body, then it's nice to just practice a free-flowing form. Not necessarily something that you've seen or learned, but sometimes it's nice to just move and put the movements together. Again, emphasizing that center line practice. Okay, just becoming familiar with the weapon. Back to our basic pattern.
You know, he had 4 or 5 people sitting on the side.
This one with a partner. Again. One more time with a partner. Or ski.
So let me see what I'm doing here. That's great.
Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Always that body dynamic. Good. And if you set that down, We can practice our basic movements. Kokyo ho. Here, and here. Moving off the line. And just keeping the tip up, keeping this in front of you. So with a partner, by changing the angle, keeping the tip up. So using your tai sabaki, moving off the line, coming in underneath, and moving behind, projecting your center behind your partner, keeping the tip of the jo up so that this relationship stays the same, right? So this weapon, the boken or the jo, helps to find harmony, helps correct your basic position. I know a lot of dojos have been using practice like this to keep the social distancing. We use masks all the time, obviously. And we put in 2 HEPA filtration units over there, MERV 13 filters in the system, constantly disinfecting the mats, the surfaces. We have fresh air flowing in at all times, the screening. Okay, so we're doing everything that we can to keep folks safe and still trying to maintain that social distance. So again, this practice is off the line, attacking this part initially, drawing this attack out of his sanan behind him. Oh, I think it's true. Without the partner, same idea. You're practicing at home, practice moving your body. Don't try to struggle with your partner's weight here on the jo staff. Get your body underneath it, changing the angles, attacking those parts that are weak and have no structure. And we can do without the weapon as well. If someone's grabbing Muro Totori, again, you can practice by yourself here. And keeping that angle up, just as if you're holding the jo staff. So over the summer, we were outside. Again, like a lot of people, a lot of dojos practicing the weapons. And so it gave many of my students their first exposure to the weapon, certainly a lot more exposure than what they initially had with their training. And within a few weeks, I could see everybody's technique progress. The weapons really brought the posture, the angles, the distance, really brought these things home for a lot of people. So when you're practicing taijutsu without the weapon, imagine you've got the weapon. It'll bring both hands to center. It'll get your feet lined up behind it, right? Or the Ura version. Hey, Stuart. Where Urimi Tenkan behind him. Exchanging positions. Trying to keep this end up as I move. Thank you, Stuart. Well, I hope you enjoyed some of these weapons basics. Again, try to use this as an opportunity to allow the weapon to really refine your technique and your posture. Finish with some breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax the shoulders, pull your spine up tall. Let the breath come down low towards the center. And thank you for having me. It's been an honor.
Well, I guess I'll pick up from here. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm Annette from Woodstock up in New York. I also am really honored to be here and want to thank everybody, the working group, Yamada Sensei, Harvey Sensei, everybody who helped me on my journey too, not just for being here. So I want to pick up actually where Jonathan left off with weapons, because I think they've been becoming more interesting again now that we're practicing a lot on our own. We can hold something in our hands. That's something everybody says they miss. Is Aikido is very tactile. We throw people, we touch them, we feel their energy through our hands. We send our energy through our hands, and it's really hard practicing on your own and your hands are empty, even though you can do the techniques. And I find for me that the weapons, even if it's a shorter Joe, or even if you just roll up a newspaper and you have something in your hands, it helps your alignment, it helps your brain feel something, it sends your energy through it. You can really, let's not say it's just a prop, but you can use props like a newspaper or something shorter, but the weapons themselves really help us with our energy and the touchiness maybe too. I don't know if that's the right word to say it. So I want to continue with the weapons, but I also want to try another thing that we always miss now that we're not together so much with others, is blending our energy with a person, so we're not just all on our own. When we do techniques on the mat, we have to blend. Doing it in your room is a little difficult. So this is a little bit of an experiment if this will work through Zoom or through the internet. So I wanted to use the Boken. Please get it. If you have a Joe, that's fine too. If you have something shorter, okay. If it's empty-handed, okay too. So we're gonna do a technique called Kimuzubi no Tachi. And I was thinking about that because the first time I did that, I was at a seminar and the sensei basically lined us up on either side of the dojo mat. And it was a gym, so we were really far apart, and we were supposed to work together with our partner on the other side of the mat. And I was the fifth kyu back then. I thought, what the heck? How is this supposed to work? But it does. So let's see if this might even work through the internet. So we'll go through the movements. You'll take your Boken or your other weapon, stand in right hami, right hand in front. I think by now most everybody knows how to hold the weapons. We're not standing like this, put our elbows together. And part of it is also a breathing exercise. So we're standing, please do this together with me. And we're raising our sword, inhaling through our nose. You raise it, inhale through your nose, you step back, turn your hip, put your air, get your air lower. This is like the third saburi almost. We're going to hold it, and then when the attacker is ready to start, you raise your sword over the middle of your head, step in and cut. And we can do this all very slow and mindful of our surrounding, of ceiling lamps, furniture. So again, stand in right hami, inhale, step back, feel the ground through your feet, turn your hip, bring your breath down, straight back, don't slouch, straight back. You bring it up, step in, and you cut. This is the attacker side. We're just going to do the beginning first. The defender side, bring your sword up, inhale. You're doing this together. You bring it down, your breath, you calm yourself down, you breathe. You're aware of everything that's around you, but you're also aware of the person in front of you, even if it's on a screen. And the defender will cut, step off, and cut to the side because the other person is cutting straight. Let's do the defender part. Inhale, raise the sword. Keep your shoulders down, step back, turn your hip, bring your breath down, relax. So when the other person initiates the movement for the straight cut, we're going to step in and cut to the side. Let's try this a couple of times together. I'm going to do the straight cut. You are going to go off the line. I'm the one initiating the movement, but don't wait until I'm already there. Try to move at the same time I do, but I'm basically the one who's blinking first. Lift it up, step back, turn your hip, bring it down, wait, and cut. So did you step to the side? I can't really see anybody, but you should be seeing me and stepping to the side. Let's do this again. Inhale, sense everything around you. Inhale, step back, turn your hip, go in a squat, wait, and cut. Do this one more time. Lift our swords. Step back. Still inhaling. Push your air down. Calm yourself into your mind. And cut. So you're stepping off the side. Just to finish the whole movement, this is the initial movement. It goes a little on. We're going to do together the attacker side. So we are inhaling. Step back. Turn. So we're going to step straight in. Now our opponent or the other person step to the side. So we're going to raise our sword and go in that direction because we're going to cut the next time there. And then we're going to raise our sword again for another movement. Let's do this again. Calm down your breathing. Inhale through your nose. Bring your breath down. And up and cut straight. Lift it up. You're turning a little to the side. Cutting here. Lifting it up again. Do this one more time. And we can cut slow. It does not have to be fast. Inhale. Down. Turn hip. Down. And cut. Lift. Little bit of an angle. Cut and lift. So this is the fairly easy side. The other one is almost as easy, a little different movement. So we'll do this together too. I'll walk you through it. Lift up. Step back. Turn. Bring down your breath. Bringing it up, we're stepping to the side. Now our opponent is lifting the arm. We'd ski, so they can cut. Step across, this is when the other person cuts. And our sword is going to blend with theirs. They're lifting their sword up again. And we step in and ski. Let's do this again. I have a beam up here. Inhale through your nose. Step back. Turn. Bring your breath down. It's a breathing exercise too. And now we step in. We're stepping off the side. Skiing. Dropping the tip of your sword, and with a step, we're not cutting the person, we're meeting the sword that's cutting down. And then we're stepping forward and across the line to ski. This again. Lift up or raise the sword. Inhale, step back, sideways, down. And we're stepping off the side, ski, come around, cut, and step in again. Let's do the defense side again. So you inhale through your nose. Try to really feel everything through the tip of your weapon. It's really like an antenna almost. So you're inhaling through your whole, through the boken, stepping to the back, you're inhaling, and at the same time, you're kind of emptying your mind. Stand here. Now the other person starts, so we're the one stepping off. They lift their arm, we ski, so they can't cut. Gives us the time to walk across the front. We meet that second cut, and then when this sword goes up, we step in and we ski toward the wrist. Let's do it again. So we inhale. We step back, turn, calm down. So the other person starts cutting. On top, they lift their sword, read ski, step across, meet their cut, ski, and step across again. So one more time together, and then we're gonna take sides. So. Inhale, arms raised, step back, turn, lower, and you cut to the side, the arm goes up, cut, ski, and forward. Let's try this as it's a little bit of an uneven partnership because I'm one on this side and all the people on the other side. I'm going to do the straight part. I'm the attacker. I'm going to initiate it. And you're going to do the part we just did with the crossing of the line. So I'm the attacker. I'm going to initiate it. And you're going to do the part we just did. I'm going to do, I can say this again. I'm going to do the part, the straight cut down, the cut over here, and you're going to be the one side, comes on top of my cut, stepping in. This is when my second straight cut comes. You're going to meet me. I lift my hand up again, and you go down. So see if you can visualize it. I'll try to talk you through it too. Like I say, it's an experiment. If we can do this together and blend. So we both, at the same time, we lift our boken. Everybody lift their boken. Everybody step back. Everybody turn their hip and bring their center down. So I'm going to cut straight. You're going to cut and step off the line. With a cut, you step off the line over here. So I lift my boken and turn toward you. And the minute I lift it, you do the ski, so I can't cut you. You cross. I cut where you were. Your cut is blending with mine. I lift this up again, and this is when you step forward and ski toward the hand. So your movement was here. You met my cut. This is when I lift my hand to go in the to do my second cut. I'm doing my second cut. You're meeting me here, and now you're lifting your hand again for a third cut, which you're not going to do because I'm going to stop you here. So I'm going to do the straight one again. You do the second. Let's lift up. Inhale. Step back. We're doing this together. Breathe. Okay, I'm stepping straight in. You're stepping off to the side. You're skiing toward my hand and crossing the front. You're gonna cut and blend with me over here. I lift my sword and you cross the front and ski toward my wrist. Let's do it again. So, focus. Inhale, step to the side. Come down. I'm cutting straight, you're cutting to the side. You're skiing toward my hands, crossing, cutting on top, and you're stepping in front and cutting toward my hand. Let's do it again. Ready? Inhale, raise your arms, step back, turn, down. You're cutting off to the side, ski, cut, ski. Do it one more time together. Make sure your shoulders are down. Let's do, when you raise your sword, don't raise it from your shoulder. It's like your center raises your sword. You're inhaling through your nose, stepping back, turning, bringing your energy down. You're cutting off to the side, ski, you're cutting, and ski. It's hard to switch it around that I do the other side because the straight side is the one that initiates it and I can't see who of the people is initiating it. But usually you want to switch off with your partners. Let's do it one last time. Raise, step back, turn, bring it down, cut, one more time. Inhale through your nose, step back, down. You step off the side, you ski, cut over me, and ski again. Let's do the other side together one more time. I'm just going to do it together with you. So lift your arm, step back, turn your hips down. So you step off the side. This is the ski when the arms go up. You meet the strike, and you cross the line again to ski. Inhale, step back, turn, over your head, strike, ski, step to the other side, blend, ski with the step. So I'm going to do the straight side one more time. You're going to do what we just did. We're all going to inhale and focus on the other person. Step back. Be mindful of what's around you. So I'm going to go straight. You're going to go off. Straight. Here. 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 Excellent. Those people that I see are doing really great with the timing and everything. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Step back. Step off the side. Ski. Cut. Thank you very much. I really want to encourage you to try this with partners, and maybe not in a big group, but you can do this with a partner with FaceTime or with Skype, just with one other person. Then you can take both sides. And the interesting thing is, even though it's the internet and everybody's in a complete different place, there is still an energy you can feel, and you can sensitize yourself toward it. I mean, some are cues that your eyes see, but you want to blend your movement with the movement of your partner. It's not an action and a reaction. It's a moving together of both. So I hope you got something out of it. I know it's a little different. It wasn't just a movement that we repeat by ourselves all the time at home. I was just trying to see how we can maybe try some blending in a different way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and thank you, Annette. And thank you to the working group for initiating and running these Zoom classes. They've been a lot of fun. And of course, thank you to Yamada Sensei for everything he's done for us. All right, let's do some Tai Sabaki to start with. Let's do some Tenshinage exercises and some variations on Tenshinage. All right, so let's always imagine, right? Person's grabbing the rotatori and we're Gyakuhanmi. Let's slide in, move and step through. All right, let's change sides. All right, slide in, nice kaiten to your partner, extend out. Good, let's do that a few times. As I move in, I get nice and low. I got no partner to balance against, so I'm using gravity to give you some strength, some feeling of strength. And the other side, let's slide in. All right, and extend out. Good, finish with a nice low stance. Your hands open, really imagine when you're sliding in, you're looking right at the side of your head of your partner. One day again, you'll see their head there, so you have ready for it. All right, slide in and move out. This is our standard Tenshinage. It's always to the Ura side, all right? Moving in, good. It's so there's some blood moving through your system, right? Step in and out. Other side, move in and back through, right? Hips right through their hips. Slide out and move through. Good, so two more. Slide out and extend. Keep that front hand low and keep them stretched out. And through. Good, then let's move to the Emote side. Same hand, this time we step in with our back foot in front of them. Circle the bottom hand. That's where our hip turning, our kaiten comes in and step in. Right, other side, go with your back foot. Bottom hand circles in front of you and back out, twist, and move through. Good. Other side. Back foot moves in. Extend that bottom hand around and step in. All right. Other side. Move in. Bottom hand circles out and move through. Good. Let's do a few more. All right. Step in with the back foot. Circle that hand around. Stay nice and low. Don't come back up. And move in. Start feeling your legs pretty soon if you're staying nice and low. Again, move out. Circle around. Back in. Two more. Right? Let's go out. Circle around. Extend out over their head. Back in. One more this one. To the Emote side. Up and through. Good. Then let's go back to Gyakuhanmi, to our standard Tenshinage. But then let's take a Tenkan move. Move out and through. Right? On the other side. Slide in. But the hand doesn't push out like usual. It's going in front because you've got to move around and move them around. All right? I'll do a few the same way as you. We're sliding in. Bottom hand leads them out and around. Step in. Good. Other side. Slide in. Tenkan around. Lead them out with that bottom hand. Hook their head and through. Good. Again. Slide into the other side. Tenkan. Sweep that hand out. And move in. Good. Other side. And Tenkan. Slide out, circle around, and move through. Stay nice and low. Get some work in those legs. Two more. Tenkan. Back. And through. Good. Other side. All right, Tenkan. Sweep around. Move out. And move through. Good. Good. Now let's do that to the Emote side. So for that, As I step in with my back foot, this bottom hand stays in front of me. So as I turn my hip, my partner is going to get led forward. So I step in, lead them forward. Tenkan back, lead them around, back into place, and through. Use your hands, keep your hips, your hands all lined up together. So that means if my hands go like this, my hips turn too. You can almost even exaggerate it right now because you don't have anybody push against you. You want to feel the resistance of the air and the gravity. All right, so stepping with the back foot. As you tenkan, lead them around with the bottom hand. Slide out and move in. Good. Other side. Step in. Tenkan back, lead them around. Out. And move through. Good. Other side. Step in. Tenkan back, move around. Out. And move in. Good. Other side. Step in. Lead them around as you tenkan. Sweep them out. Really imagine what your yoke is doing. How well they're moving around you. All right, and step in. Stand out. All right, reach out and step in. Nice slow stance. Good, other side. And step in. Tenkan around. Reach out and step through. Two more, other side. And step in. Swing back. Round. And step in. And one more for this one. Step out. Tenkan around. And step in. And move through. All right, and let's go back to our Ura side of throwing. And this time, as we do this, I'm going to do one face, a few facing you and a few facing the other way so we can go the same direction. I'm going to slide in my tenkan step. But this time, I'm going to step back again and change sides and move back through. All right, maybe I'll screen there. All right, so from here, slide in. Front hand leads them around as I tenkan. They're coming around in front. Change your hands and change your hip. Step in, move through. Good. Other side. Again, Yakuhanmi, move to the Ura side. Slide in. Tenkan, lead them around. Drop one hand, bring the other one up, come around, and move through. Okay. Other side. Sliding in. Hand stays in front, lead them around. Come out, change positions, and move through. I'll do a few facing the same way as you. We're starting the same way. Tenkan. Stepping back. Change the hands. Bring your partner around. And bam. Destroy the posture. Good. All right, here we go again. Sliding in. Tenkan back. Then switch. And move in. Good. Using your whole body, keeping your arms right in front of your hips. All right, let's try again. Slide in. Tenkan. Step back, change positions, leave room for your partner to move. Good. Other side. And slide in. Tenkan back, change the arm, switch, and move in. Good. All right, let's do the same thing on the emote side. This one's a little bit different. Stepping in with the back foot. All right, coming around. As they come around, step back, switch, and move in. Good. Go the other side. Stepping in with the back foot. Hands in front of you. As you tenkan back, keep the hand in front of you. Switch the hands. Move around. And move in. Good. Other side. And step in. Tenkan around. As they come around, switch the hands. And step in. Good. Other side. And step in. Lead them around. As they come around, switch sides and move in. You can almost see castanets in your hand if you look closely, right? Let's continue, stepping in. Tenkan back, step back, switch sides and step through. Two more. This side, stepping in with the back foot. Lead them around. Switch sides, move out of the way, and move right through your uke. One more on this side. And tenkan. Around, change positions, and back in. Good. Good, so let's do a review of those, okay? We'll go to the first one. Standard, Tenshinage. Yakuhanmi, rotatori, sliding in, nice and low, extend. Move through, good. Other side, slide in. The hand up, move in, move through. Good. Now to the emote side with the back foot. Slide in or step in and slide through. Good. Other side. Step in with the back foot, lead them around and straight in. Boom. Nice. All right, back to our standard 10 shinage, sliding in, but this time 10 kan. Lead them around and step in. Good. Other hand, slide in. 10 kan around and open up and throw them. Good. Then the 10 kan version to the emote side. Going with your back foot. 10 kan around, bring them around and step through. Good. Other side. Step in with the back foot. Bring them around, get them off balance and move through. Good. Let's go back then to the switch after our 10 kan version. Slide in. 10 kan around, step back, change the arms, move them around up and down, and step in. Good, other side, sliding in, 10 kan around, step back, change the hands, and move in. Good, and then that one in the emote version. Move in with your back foot first, 10 kan around, switch your body back, change the hands, and move in. Good, other side. All right, step in with the back foot, 10 kan around, as they're coming around, change the hands, up. And you can finish with that. And if that got a little confusing at any point in time, I wouldn't know why, but if it did, you could always refer to the USAF YouTube page sometime in the near future and follow that. All right, let's go to some bokken work. All right, your bokken, or as Annette said, you could use a roll of newspaper or just the air. All right, let's take a wide stance. All right, we're going to cut down Kiryotosh, right down the center. So come on up and cut down. And each, E, San, Chi, Ro, Rok, each, Cut, Ku, Ju. All right, change hands. You wouldn't do this in swordsmanship, but it's a good idea to change hands and keep both sides even. We like to do that in Aikido. And each, E, San, Shi, Go, Rok, Seat, Cut, Ku, Ju. Good, let's change hands again. So generally speaking, the right hand is always in front of the left hand when you're doing sword. Right? So let's go back. Let's go to the side and deflect up. Come back to center and cut down. Let's shift to the other side. Deflect up and cut down. So if you imagine a sword's coming to hit your head, the first thing you want to have happen is have this sword right above your head. So if you don't move your body that much, you better get the sword up there right above your head and in front of you. All right, about in front of me, here. If they hit my sword, I can come back to center. If I bring the sword up to here, I'm likely to get hit on the arm or the head. So bring it up in front of you, sweep it up, and then you can bring it down. So together, let's go to the left side. Deflect up, cut. Right side, cut. Left side, cut. Right side, cut. Left side, cut. Right side, cut. Left, cut. Right side, cut. Left side, cut. Right side, cut. Left side, cut. Right side, cut. All right, let's see how good our imaginations are. Why don't you defend against me and then cut back toward me? See about if your internet connection is good enough to follow. When I go to deflect, I'm gonna have you cut me first. All right, and I'll deflect and then come back to you. All right, ready? And cut, deflect, and deflect. Cut, deflect, 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 cut, deflect. Oh, good. Ooh, just get out of the way. Very good. All right. So let's do some basic Suguri kata. All right. Let's do some fun ones. All right. So let's practice some Aikido movements along with using the sword for cutting. First one we're going to do is I'm going to start right on me, Migi on me. I'm going to tenkan right away. That's my first move. So I'm going to turn my back to you right away. And I'm going to cut the person behind me going up, come all the way around, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, and cut. I'm now ready for the other side. Right away, tenkan. Cut up the center, turn, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, and cut. All right, so I'll do a few facing with you, and then I'll do a few facing the same direction as you. All right, Migi Hami, tenkan right away. Cutting up, turn, down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Tenkan, up, cut down, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Once again, tenkan, cut, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Tenkan, cut up, cut down, thrust, and cut. So tenkan, kaiten, step forward, thrust, kaiten, cut. Tenkan, kaiten, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. All right, let's do the opposite direction of that one. Actually, let's do that a few more times. I'll face the same way as you. All right, so tenkan, cut up, turn, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Then tenkan, turn around, cut, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Right foot should be forward at this point. All right, so again, tenkan, cut up, turn, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Now tenkan again, cut up, turn, cut down, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Good. All right, then the next one is still cut up, cut down, but for this one, I tenkan first. Now I'm going to kaiten and go into that walking ogamai, that low stance you saw before in the previous segment. From here, I step forward and cut up, or kaiten around and cut. Step forward, thrust, turn and cut. All right, so I turn, the end of my sword pointing right at my partner. Step forward, cut up, kaiten around, cut. Step forward, thrust, turn, cut. All right, this one is more confusing than it looks. I'll do a few. Let me do them facing the same way as you. All right? So, right away, you want to kaiten. Step forward and cut up. Kaiten around, cut. Step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Then once again, turn back with the kaiten. Step forward, cut up, turn, cut down. Step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Once again, kaiten. Step forward, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Once again, turn around, step forward, cut up, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. All right, so I'm assuming that you perfected that. So let's do the first one, back and forth, and the second one, back and forth. I'll go the same direction as you. All right, and start with a direct tenkan. Tenkan, cut up, kaiten, cut down, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Tenkan, cut up, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. The next one, kaiten first, then step forward, cut up, turn, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Kaiten first, step in, cut, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Boom. That was very good, from what I can see, of the few I can see. All right, let's do that again. The first one, left side, right side, and the second one. Once again, tenkan, cutting up, center, turn, cut down, step forward, thrust, turn, cut. Once again, tenkan, turn, kaiten, and thrust, turn, cut. And the next one, kaiten first, step into the cut, turn, cut down, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Kaiten around, step into the cut up, turn, cut down, forward, thrust, turn, cut. Very good. Very good. All right. I think we'll just practice some basic swordsmanship for the last few moments we have. As if you're holding your sword in your hand in a ring, draw it out and cut and put it back on top. All right. Back. All right, let's go to 3 just to be safe. Draw out and cut. Suihei. Right across front, nice noto. And down. Very good, thank you. All right, let's bow out, please. Hey, ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。